Finally, phase 6. What can I do to control the hallway and put out the fire?
Fire, again, is communicating either out of this room initially or that farther room. We want to look at where the water's going in the hallway, right? How it's effectively cooling the hallway, how it's effectively going to kick that fire and reset it back into that room until we can get to it, for sure. So if we look at this and open up, I want you to do the big whip pattern. Yep, we're still in the off whip. All right, so again, as you can see, you're moving a little bit of water around. But again, if it's coming out of that door, or it's coming out of this door or that door, right, how effective is it? Right, it's moving water for sure. But now, again, if I just pin myself against the wall here, right, and that fire's communicating again out of that room, again, if I just do that, look at the water now where it's going, right? I drop down a little bit, I come back up, I go across, look at my deflection, right? I'm cooling the fire gases in that hallway, right? No need to sweep the flooring out because the fire's not communicating out, it's only here. So again, by deflecting off the ceiling, coming across, painting, back, I put a significant hit on that fire. So now at this point, if you gate it down just halfway, he's a single nozzle person at this time, right? Backup person might be pre-station hose for the job, getting it in here, right? So if we just look at this, a little bit of hose in here for you. So I'm pre-staging the room. As I'm doing that, he's going to slide down the hallway, keeping pinned up against the wall. Use the wall as an anchor for him. So he's going to slide down, keep going. Keep going, stop right there, open up high. All right, so now, look at his screen. He's in the room. Get it down, slide, turn into the room. All right, then more of a paint, sweep, move in. Open up, fire's out, shut. That easily, that room is out with minimal effort, right? So often, when we want to debate and talk about, well, the patterns, right? I don't know if you like O, Z, T, do whatever you want to do, okay? This is only to talk about the efficiency of getting water where it needs to be. You could see the difference, okay? You can see what the water is doing. And if you don't like the term water mapping, some people get very offended by water mapping. Oh, we don't want to say water mapping. Okay, call it whatever you want. Get water where it needs to be. We're distributing water to suppress, to cool the common hallway, to move in and knock the fire out. We actually, from the hallway, reset that fire back into this area. Okay, we slowed it down a little bit, we kicked it back in as a single person nozzle, and I know I'm gonna get the argument, well, there shouldn't be a one person line. I get it, but decide what department, where you work, and what's the reality of it, right? We're talking about experience to reality teaching, not giving you what you want to hear from either the representative or the book, right? Okay, so to understand, what do I have to do to be effective in a residential house fire? To me, through experience, this has worked very well. Control the area. Now we have off bedrooms here. Okay, just because the fire was down here, we have off bedrooms. If we don't control that flow path of that common area, I come along, I'm gonna do an unprotected search, and we're hopping by you and getting in front of you. If we're just letting that go until we get to this point with a line, we may lose the hallway. It might start to layer off and it might start to roll a little bit. So you control that area for search crews to get in and operate and do what they have to do. And then by working in here, getting the water to do what it wanted. What was the effort like that on that? Wasn't much.
Yeah, I didn't take mine.
But so say you were on air, you're 25 seconds through, and now you're coming down the hallway and you're moving and you're moving. What happens when we're really, really whipping that line? What happens? Slides in, right? Slides in. Then you gotta, oh, I'm tired, I gotta reset, right? What are you gonna hear from the guys in the firehouse? Oh, I had too much meatloaf tonight. Oh my God, I shouldn't eat so much, right? And I'm exhausted and I'm going down the hallway and I'm working. If you can pin yourself, keep that line up, and there's always gonna be, well, how much line is too much, okay? We've seen it from where we don't want it creeped in here because you're not getting the efficiency of the nozzle, you're not getting the movement you may need because you're tight, right? Got a little dinosaur on the arms and a little tight. Sometimes it's too far. Some people, in my opinion only, will go too far and it looks like a telephone pole out front. And it's like this, and they're whipping. Now listen, you could do that with low pressure usually, but if this line is being pumped properly and you got that line way out, you're not an experienced nozzle person, you will get a little bit of nozzle whip from it, okay? Again, that's your comfort level. You can pull it off and it works for you, have at it. What I like to do is make sure it's an arm's length out. If I can touch the nozzle, that's usually a good position. If I can touch the tip like this before I'm ready to open up, I usually have a good amount of line out front of the work. And you saw how easy it was, right? Couple movements, right? You can use whatever terms. I like to either paint the hallway. I like to keep it straight for deflection. You know, every now and again, I might come down if I thought I was moving into an area that was on fire. Again, to me, it's about working smarter and more efficient. So by getting that water where we needed it to be, we've controlled the initial flow path in the residential. We controlled the common hallway, which we had to get down to search. We got to the fire room, and you notice when he came into the fire room, he went a little bit to a Z or L or circle pattern, because that's what you have to do. You got to put everything out, right? We're not just talking about remote water application and call it a day, but remote water application until you get to the fire. And then it should be business as usual. We got the water there quickly and efficiently from a position of advantage. We slowed down the process. I think it works very well. Good.